Hey folks, this is Nod and we are mucking around in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Any of you guys who have been following my channel probably realize that I'm sort of into gliders. Actually, I'm a lot into gliders. And I really want to fly gliders in Microsoft Flight Simulator. However, at release right now in summer of 2020, there are no gliders in Microsoft Flight Sim. At least no stock ones anyway. So this is a one of the more motor glider-y sort of aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim. This is the Flight Designs CTSL. There's also the Pippinstrill, which comes with one of the the deluxe package or whatever you get. That's actually very motor glider-like too. I'm going to try this one though, because I've tried some experimentations with the Pippinstrill and it's kind of meh, not very glider-like, so I'm hoping maybe this one's a little better. It's got pretty stubby wings, but the things that caught my eye about this plane being a sort of motor glider, for one, it's an ultralight, so it's obviously light. But if we hop in the cockpit here, put my head tracking on here, see what I'm doing. The thing that caught my eye is the flaps here. There is actually negative 12% flaps here, you can set. So, I'll show you on the outside of what that looks like. That's kind of like reflex in a motor glider or a glider, so you can actually raise everything, which is a way of sort of dethermaling and coming down. It's sort of like spoilers, but it's reflex, so that is sort of glider-like. And of course you got regular flaps. So that kind of caught my eye. But anyway, let's get this thing in the air, get it on the ridge. Oh, wait, before we do anything, I should talk about weather. Let's set that up. So, here's the weather. I'm using custom weather here. Oh, I should also mention we're in Africa right now, near a, what's the airport name? Foxtrot Alpha Sierra X-Ray. Yeah, I've flown here quite a bit. Behind us is a giant mountain range ridge, which is rather good for doing ridge-soaring on, as you can see back there. If you can. I didn't have all this stuff all over my window, but anyway, let's get on with this. So, I want the wind to blow up that ridge, so swing it around and come from the south here. Let's do like a 180. Let's crank up the wind pretty crazy, because I think for this to work, from my experimentation so far, you need a lot of wind to make one of these planes actually fly ridge soar. I'm going to do the same with the gusts, the same direction there. I'm going to crank that all the way down to 50% so it doesn't affect it that much, and we're going to don't have it gust too often, every 60 seconds. So there's that. Clouds are up in, let's move the clouds up a little bit. Where are the clouds at? I love that you can play with this stuff, it's so nice. Alright, let's just stick them like there. Don't think the clouds matter for this test, but alright, but the wind is what's important here. We've got 21 knots of wind, possibly blowing up to 30 knots if I'm reading this 50% gust thing right. Anyway, let's get in the air. Assuming I could even fly this thing in this crazy wind.
November Oscar Delta Delta taking off runway 24 north departure.
Alright, we are airborne. Let's swing her around and head for the mountains. There's a pretty good ridge line over here. I'm going to get up on top of it before I shut the motor down, because in my tests so far I've not actually been able to get, in reasonable winds, get one of these planes to actually go up a mountain, but it can definitely be delayed coming down the mountain, I'll put it that way. Alright, I'm starting to get close to the ridge here. I'm still not high enough, but I'm going to start running along the ridge and actually using what little ridge lift there seems to be to actually help me climb here. That's something I've noticed in just my general aviation flying in Microsoft Flight Sim, is you definitely do get ridge lift off stuff, and it's noticeable even if you're fighting powered aircraft, and you get sink on the other side of the hill. Maybe we'll test that here, but obviously I'm going to shut the motor down on this at some point, and we'll actually try ridge-soaring proper. But alright, so we keep an eye on the feet per minute vertical speed here. It's a little hard, I know, but you see I'm actually going up really well right now. It's like 1,500 feet per minute right now, fluctuating a lot, so the air over the hill is affecting us. Alright, here's a pretty good stretch of ridge, so I'm going to shut down the motor here. We'll see if we can do some gliding here, ridge soaring. Cut off, jump bags off, turn it all off. Alright, we are gliding, even though the propeller is freewheeling. I don't think there's any way to feather that. Doesn't appear to be. Anyway, let's see if I can get this thing gliding fairly well here. So we want to keep the... oh, there we go. She's quite proper. Alright, so we want to keep an eye on the descent right here and see if we can get that to go positive. Try to fly smoothly. I'm going to get in on the ridge here. So we're going about 10 down. Oh, more. 20 down. Jeez. Not picking up any lift yet. It's fluctuating a bit though. Expect to be seeing ridge lift here. Lots of nice 30 knot, 20 knot wind coming off there. Okay, we're getting a bit of... okay, that's looking positive there. Now look at that. Okay, we're up to at least breaking even now. Dropping down again. I don't know if that was a gust. Getting about 10 down right now. I'm going to have to start turning away from the valley here. Get into trouble here. Alright, I'm out of the good steep stuff, so I think we're in trouble. Yeah, I'll climb back up again. Alright, let's try that with a bit more wind this time. Let me climb up the top and we'll crack up the wind. Alright, climb this back up again. Let's try this again. This time with some more wind. Alright, let's crank this up to like 30 knots. Give that a whirl. Okay, shutting off the engines. What that beeping is? I think it's an overspeed warning maybe. Something pretty ungood. I'm really going to get tossed around now. 30 knots of wind. Who knows what it's gusting to? Alright, again we're going to try to keep an eye on this gauge here. Vertical speed, if that's even possible with all this bouncing. Wow. Alright, it's coming up a bit now. Yeah, it's almost positive. Just a bit bumpy up here. Come on, let me see some positive here. Okay, there's some positive there. Might actually be ridge soaring here. Barely. I'd hate to have to put it up to 40 knots. That would just be nuts. There's a really steep section coming up here. I'm hoping we'll get some real nice lift off this. Yeah, that's positive there. Sort of. Occasionally. I'm about 5 down right now. It's fluctuating, which is... okay, that's positive. Not really consistent though, that's for sure. Which is good, because it's sort of, you know, it's fluid and it shouldn't just be one, like, steady climb rate. It should be sort of fluctuating with the terrain and the wind gusts and whatnot, but... I can try flying really close to the terrain or further out, maybe that would help. Yeah, it's not really doing it, is it? Let's just go nuts here and crank it way the heck up. 50 knots, what the heck? We get you to fly now? Okay, we're going positive now. It's 50 knots. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Okay, we're going up, I think. Oh. I just had dinner too, this is not good. Oh yeah, there's 10 up there now. Look at that. That's actually some... Whoa, even more. Gonna get up to 1,500 feet per minute. Wow. Spin her around, go back the other way. A little gusty up here, to say the least. Come on, ridge lift. Yeah, look at that. That's definitely going up, isn't it? It's ridging. It's definitely soaring. Absolute nightmare with the turbulence, but it's doing it. Just need 50 knots of wind and you're good to go. Wow. Yeah, that's positive. Alright, well, it seems to be a thing. Now all we need is a glider. A proper glider. Not a motor glider might be a thing, but I think I would like to see a pure glider. High performance, modern, fast glass glider in here. Do some tests with that. I do actually have some ways I might actually be able to pull that off. Anyway, alright, that's it for ridge lift, I guess. It is a thing. Actually, you know what? I wanted to test the other thing. Before we go, let's hop over the other side of the ridge here and see what happens. Let's see what that does to our lift. So we're getting a positive, we were getting positive 5 to 10 up. Going around the back side of the hill. Oh, look at that drop. Oh yeah, going down. Bad. Oh my god. Whoa. Holy cow. Goodbye. I think I'm going to die now. Wow. 20 down. Alright, they may not have modeled the lift very well, but they sure as hell got the sink down. Woo! Negative 20 down. Holy cow. That's horrendous. We're in some serious trouble here. Oh, baby. Put that motor back on or we're dead. Yikes. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Jeez. This poor little plane should not be flying at 50 knots of wind. Alrighty. Okay, well that's enough for this video. Just wanted to test that real quick. I also want to try thermals and see if that's a thing. I have done quite a bit of general aviation flying in this, and I do swear that occasionally I've hit what appears to be a thermal. A few and far between, but I think those are a thing. Anyway, I'll make another video about thermals, see if I can spot some of those. But ridge lift does seem to be a thing in Microsoft Flight Sim. Whether it's something we can actually use for gliding, I don't know, but it seems to be there. There's a glimmer of hope. Alright, that's enough. Thanks for watching my videos. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more, and thanks for watching.